while we're in town, you were safe because you're coming from Siandani.
Yeah.
That's a stupid brag. Siandani doesn't have a facilities. Siandani doesn't have leaders who are willing to change community, who are willing to change the entire village. There are no programs that are taking place in the villages. Weed will never make you wise. Okay? It will never make you wise. Weed will make you slow. That's a fact. I'm not sure if there are people who can argue that that's a fact. Weed will make you slow.
This is not radio. Entrepreneurship.
Are you making money out of this? So they robbed you. Bags of money involves some
Authentic Info Podcast.
Are you saying that there's no hell and there's no heaven? You talk about your childhood.
Music, art, religious talks, all in one on Authentic Info Podcast.
Welcome to Authentic Info Podcast. Today I'm hosting Simon Mabasa, a man I grew up with, from the same village. We grew up together playing soccer. But today it's about him, his life, the challenges, going to church, starting to smoke and living a big part of a prophetic ministry. Why did he leave? Things like that. And what are his views in terms of religion, church, unity, politics, anything that will come. It's just a conversation. So I know that a lot of people haven't heard about Simon for quite some time. And those of us who have been consuming his thoughts, we know the other side of him that a lot of people will be very surprised on this episode. So Simon Mabasa, welcome to Authentic Info Podcast. I want us to talk. I don't want to interview you.
Yeah, let's talk.
I want us to talk about issues. But first, let's talk about your background.
You can ask me anything, but don't ask me how much I have in my bank account.
Let's talk about your background. How was it when growing up in the village, Siandani village?
It was tough. I hope you know that. It was tough, and then with the fact that I was born in an impoverished house, so it needs someone with the right mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, psychologically, you should think of future. You should convince yourself, even though things maybe it's tough, because obviously, if you fail to do so, then depression will strike you. You know, living. I mean, like living a life of knowing that you're not sure what to eat, or maybe you're not sure who's gonna buy you this and that. You know, it's kind of frustrating. So as for me, I think I've managed to deal with that. I'm not saying that it was easy. It was very difficult, to be honest with you. I don't know how many times I've cried, man. And then to be honest, I don't know how many times I've asked God to take away my life because I didn't want to take away my life. But with the situations, man, and the difficulties, to be honest. And then I like the fact that I was funny outside.
Yeah.
I used to play funny. With that, it helped me because I didn't want to explain myself. I had to explain myself. I don't even know how, how did you manage to convince me to come and speak about this? You understand? So you should consider yourself as the best person because I had to explain myself.
No, I think
Yeah.
we're going to relate more because we somehow grew up together, but not very
True
close.
that.
So I'm not going to.
No, we were not very close. Remember me now, I was very skillful.
Yeah.
And then you were trying to
We'll
be
get to that. We'll get to that. Maybe people will tell us who was the best, but we'll get to that. Look,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about school, things like that. I want us to talk about general life. You were
And
friends
then
with
we should not be emotional.
you were friends with people who was like 5 years, 7 years older than us. What is it that influenced that, and what role did these people play in your life? Or Lambo, those are the people who we thought our brothers. We were not playing with them, but we were mingling with them.
Ish, man, with that, I don't know. Because if I can be fair with you, you know where I'm coming from. My grandmom's place. I was close to maybe 3 of them, people who were old, and people who were older than me. Maybe they outlived me by 7 years, like you said, right? So I don't know, man. Maybe they used to listen to me. Maybe they've noticed something different, which it was not easy for me to pick. Because these people, obviously, they will even give me a chance to speak in their presence. I remember Clan Boy. I will mention his name. That guy, he brought me to his presence back in the days, man.
Yeah.
I remember we tried also to compose some songs, and people were surprised, like, how come I'm spending too much time with this guy? So with that, I think it's one of the character, maybe some of my characteristics. People noticed that at my early age, which it was something hidden. So I can,
Ten boy, Gilimbo.
yeah,
People know
yeah,
Gilimbo.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
they know that name. So,
Yeah.
but in reality, it's Plain Boy.
Plain boy.
So he used to like me. That guy. He used to bring me in his presence. Sometimes we would sleep together.
Yeah.
I remember even smoking. We used to smoke together. Too much. We'll come to that. We used to smoke together.
Yeah.
So we with these other ones you mentioned, I don't know, man. It just actually happened. And then if you can check, these were people who were, let me say, slightly recognized in a village. Because remember, we cannot argue that fact they were dressing nicely.
Yeah.
They were dressing expensive clothes by then. I remember one of them was having two cavelas. Can you imagine back in 2006?
Yeah.
I think three.
Mike Mda.
Yeah, true. Then I think was owning three by 2006. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It was not easy. So I don't know how I mean, like, how did I copy that? Because can you imagine wearing nasty things and then you walking around with those people? So for me, I don't know what is it that they've noticed, man.
But how did that relationship influence your life?
It was just a normal thing. For me, it was just a normal thing because I used to like them. They used to like me. We would hang around, drink alcohol together, we smoke weed together, and yeah. But it's not. In fact, they were not too much into weed. These
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I was very much addicted into weed. Not afraid to say this. A lot of people they know. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but the relationship was good. We were cool, man. Listening music together, playing around together. We were cool. I'm not gonna say I've learned. There's a certain knowledge which is usual I've obtained from that friendship. But to be fair with you, nothing was. It was general thing. In fact, like just like any friendship,
No,
Yeah.
the reason I asked that question is that sometimes friendship will impart you positive knowledge and
Yeah.
knowledge that will lead you to do the wrong things. So that's why I asked about the
Oh no,
influence.
I think I understand your question because a lot of
Like,
people assume uh, I've started smoking, or maybe I used to smoke because of the influence of my friends. That's very untrue.
can you take me through
No, that's very
your first
untrue.
experience?
For smoking, my first experience for smoking, it was just like anybody's experience. We all smoke when we drunk. We start from there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's just that I've started maybe during the time people were surprised. By then it was like a shocking thing. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy smoking, isn't that? You understand? And then I can tell you, to be honest with you, the reason why I started smoking, I wanted to take away some anxiety.
Oh.
I wanted to take away some loneliness. I wanted to take away some shame, right? Um, yeah, that's why I decided to smoke a lot because being high, I don't want to lie to you, it will reduce some of my stress. It will make me sleep. It will make me laugh. It will make
Yeah.
me listen to hip hop music. It will make me listen to radio because I grew up loving radio too much. You understand? So yeah, that's it. But to be honest with you, nobody influenced me to
None
smoke.
of your friends influenced you to
Nah,
start smoking.
none of them.
So,
I'm
so,
not, I'm not that easy person to convince. To be
so
honest.
can you take me through? And I'm not sure if I can say addiction because
Addiction, yeah, we can talk about
the,
that.
the, there's a stage where a person who smokes, they smoke every morning. They want to smoke every day. When someone is smoking, they want to smoke. How did that affect you, or actually when did that start? Because I understand it was a puff and pass situation in the beginning, but there was a point where you
Yo.
could smoke before, even if you did not drink that day, you would smoke.
I cannot be exactly sure when.
Yeah.
But speaking of addiction, man, I suffered big time. I suffered big time because it even affected me at school. It even affected my results.
performance, high school, things like
Yeah, because to be honest with you, I'm sorry to say this, man. I hate to say it.
that.
A lot of teachers used to recommend me. They used to recommend me. They were expecting something big from me,
Yeah.
right? But I didn't do that. I didn't perform well.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm saying weed is too bad, but I'm talking about I'm talking about my side. The level of addiction I was into, it was too much. Because I remember this at the time we were writing business studies.
Yeah.
Business studies was one of my favorite subjects. In fact, if I can be honest with you, business studies was the easiest thing for me.
Yeah.
But I remember when I get to the exam room, I think I was late by 50 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And that one is not allowed.
Yeah.
You know very well for sure. And then I had an argument with the principal. It was that woman. I'm not sure if you know that woman, Famanda. So we argued. We argued because we that sometimes used to make me to operate in a certain level of anger. Like I don't know want to lie.
Yeah.
Used to make me to operate in a certain level of anger. I wouldn't agree with something. Like it wasn't easy for me to agree with someone, especially when we have different views, and then it is gonna be a boring thing. So so I'm trying to emphasize the addiction. The level of addiction I was into. If I'm joining the exam room or if I'm going to the exam room late by 50 minutes, then that one it can tell you that I was very bad, man.
Yeah.
So weed has ruined some of my future. I don't want to lie to you, but it's just that now I'm recovering. Now I'm doing this and that, and I'm so optimistic for the better things, and I'm certain about that. I will get to the level that I want to be. You
And then
understand?
alcohol.
That one didn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
That one, because in a later stage, it was a boring thing to me. You know, Rastafarians, German people,
Yeah.
they hate alcohol. So I happened to be close to those people at some point, but I won't say that I was a Rastafarian or maybe that kind of people because I would eat meat. You understand? It's just that I was close to them, their lifestyle, but I didn't even try to adapt. So with the amount of weed that I used to take, it made me hate alcohol at some point. People who were close to me, they would tell you, they would tell you to say, this guy at some point he would disappear. I don't even know if I can touch this because people they say weed is a medicine. I totally disagree.
Yeah.
I totally disagree. Medicine will help you, right? A medicine will help you. A medicine will activate your mind. And then some people they say weed will activate, will make you wise.
Yeah.
I totally disagree again.
Mm.
I totally disagree. Weed will never make you wise. Okay? It will never make you wise. Weed will make you slow. That's a fact. I'm not sure if there are people who can argue that that's a fact. Weed will make you slow, man. If I don't know if you can remember, there was some time I used to walk slow, man. From my mother's house to my grandmom's house, it would take me so much minutes. And then now when I try to trace it back, like that old character, I compare it with a new character.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a new. I'm not sure whether I can call it a new character. I'm seeing a huge difference. I walk fast now.
Yeah.
Like everything I'm doing is fast. Understand? I feel like even who I used to talk,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a change, man.
Okay.
Weed is not good. Hey, I don't care who's gonna hear this.
Yeah.
Weed is not care. That is why even if you can check on the debate that there was a debate back, I think early 1996 and 1998. The final decision was taken in 1999. I think it was on USA, right? So it was the debate was between some people, right,
Okay.
and a specialist and some scientists to say this thing. In fact, and then also some psychologists because they have ruled out the fact that the statement that says weed is a medicine, right? But even today, there are people, especially here in Africa, right, who believe that weed is a medicine can help. But if I can ask you, Have you had somebody says I was suffering this disease and I was healed by
Like medicine through smoking or
I don't
through a
know,
process.
but I believe even if you can make a tea of weed, you will get high. I just believe I've never tried that, but I think something will happen.
We'll get people to comment about it. Maybe we'll play it out sometime.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with that comment, we need somebody who has tried it before.
Yeah.
We don't need somebody with any speculations or assumption. But because I'm from that field or maybe from that background, I know very well what we can do to somebody. Like man, can you imagine you start laughing when there's no joke? Is it a healthy thing? No, man. I should laugh when there's a joke. We can make you laugh, man. We can make you have mood and make you start. Develop something you just angry. You understand? Have you seen those people who always smoke weed? They're under the tree and then they've got the 2 liter of water there. Sometimes you get even past that and you say, Minjani. It's just looking at you like this. And then this is an academic research. Someone who smoke weed, chances are very high for that particular person to suffer anxiety or depression. Because when you smoke weed, you think of sometimes you think of useless things. It's just that I don't want to make fun stories of things that happened to me. Something that used to happen to my mind. There was a time I thought I was going crazy. I think if God didn't intervene, I would have been crazy. There was a time I thought I was beginning to see things, man. Because, okay, I think I'm talking too much with this weird thing. People will feel like I'm attacking it. Because they call it what? Maybe cannibals, what? when they wanna try to make it fit to society.
Oh,
You understand?
okay.
Yeah. So there was a time because I reached a certain stage where remember when you smoke weed, when you roll a joint, you should mix it with a cigarette. Right? So there was a stage I wouldn't even mix.
Yeah.
Or it's green. Understand? So gosh, man, it was something. I don't even know how did I survive? Like I'm even asking myself at some point, how did I survive? Because everybody was surprised. I'm sure you were shocked. Say, hey, Simon is going to church.
Yeah. We'll get.
It was a shocking story.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was it.
What is the disadvantage of growing up in the village, based on the activities that you took part in growing up?
The disadvantage of growing in a rural area is very big. Okay, people often brag about Siandani as a village. I'm sure you once bragged.
Yeah.
People often brag, but there's nothing. In reality, there's nothing to brag about.
Yeah. Now I realize.
Now you have realized.
But I can still brag just for people that.
No, the only thing you will brag. No, the only thing you will brag about it. You're very close to town. You're close to town, and then while while we're in town, you were safe because you're coming from Siandani.
Yeah.
That's a stupid brag. Siandani doesn't have facilities. Siandani doesn't have leaders who are willing to change community, who are willing to change the entire village. There are no programs that are taking place in the villages. Okay, someone might be, okay, this guy is claiming like he knows everything. I was part and parcel of NYDA organization. I've seen villages, I've traveled villages on the side of them. Villages are organized, villages are developed, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You find that it's a deep village in a mountain. It's well organized. There are programs that are taking place in a society to change people, to advance people. But in Siandani, it's about bash. It's about events, unnecessary events, right? So
Which are not even there, by the way. They're not even there. There are no events.
You mean now?
Even back in the days, it was just one thing, December.
Yeah.
Friday,
So that was it. So it's always a disadvantage to grow up in a place like that. There are no sporting code. It's about football, and then that football is not even professional.
You are coached by someone who never played soccer. Not even
Beside
interested.
that, the person is not interested.
Yeah.
It's not committed. I mean, it's about football. Okay, we're going to exercise. We don't know. I mean, like, there's nothing like as a hope, because obviously now, if there's someone who's playing football, who's maybe 17,
Yeah.
that person, even if the person is doing well, exceptionally gifted, chances for that person along in the long run to get rid of that are very high. Why? Because when the person tried to check the record, there's no one who succeeded in the field of football. So you can tell that there's no motivation in that village. So as leaders, I'm not attacking leaders, but as leaders or people are in that society, we still have much work to do to develop ourselves, to change ourselves, our thinking. You understand? To become one village, to become one society.
Yeah.
And then if we are joined together, chances are very high for us to win. So back to your question, it was not easy to grow up in that village. Because there's nothing, man, like there's nothing that can motivate you, nothing that can like attract you, something that can inspire you. You understand? There's nothing, to be honest.
Don't you think that the people who sold out, the ones who were privileged, or those who had an opportunity to learn, go to colleges, become teachers and nurses back then, police and things like that, and then they moved to town. So we don't see the benefits of going to school. All the people, majority of people who were successful in the village, they moved to Section A, Kremlin, and things like that. Don't you think that element plays a role in believing as a child that there's nothing that will come out of this, because in the surroundings you don't see any professional, don't see a car, for example, like the entire village, there's no sport car. You see it when you are 25 in Johannesburg. But there are people who come from that village, who rose from that village and stay. But don't you think that played a role?
Yeah, it did actually. So, but I think that one it is caused by division at some point. You know that. So, division can cause, like chaotic things, right? Because if I was born in a village, right, then I know very well for sure that I'm not accepted. The society doesn't. Don't accept that. The society is failing to accept me. Then chances are very high that if I get money or
Proper job,
proper job, obviously I will move to the place where they will accept me.
benefit of the children.
So if we have a record of people who have moved, who have relocated from one area to another, or from our village to another places, then we should check. We should check what is it that have pushed. It might be the division. It might be what is this one?
Poor services.
Poor services. Yes, because I feel like if
The way the leadership is useless. You must also mention
because one thing I've seen in life, you might be interviewing me now, right? And then someone texts you later and say you should have asked Sai this question, and then when you feel like okay, you've been doing this for some time now, and then you respond that person in a harsh way. You understand? People always have mind. You understand? People are always using their mind. They're always analyzing. So I don't think if you are a leader in a certain community and then people are trying to make some suggestion, I don't think it should be harsh. Right? It should be easy. You understand? Because there are people who are educated based on leadership, but they've never been leaders. You understand? You find that you are a leader just because you are inheriting that thing. You don't even have qualities to be a leader. Then someone comes from somewhere else, maybe from varsity, from college, from any organization. The person is well trained when it comes to leadership, and then try to advise you and say, okay, I'm seeing this. I suggest we can do this and that in order to do what? In order to improve our community, in order to improve our village. And then simply because you are a leader, you were told that you were born as a leader. You understand? I think everyone can be a leader. In fact, I think everyone is a leader. You understand? So, such a things obviously it can divide the community. Such a thing it can make people to move from village to town, because in town mostly we are governed by what? municipality, a local municipality. That's it. So with that record, I assume, I'm not saying that whatever that I'm saying, it was a cause, or I'm sure that it was a cause, but I assume that was a cause.
Let's move. You said that you used to drink and smoke and you were an addict of weed. But there was a point in time where majority of us were very surprised. Most of the people didn't even take you serious. They thought maybe you saw girlfriends in that church and you're going there to check.
Yeah, somebody said that.
Yeah. So can you take me through the transition from smoking and then dropping that way to say, I'm going for the Bible, I'm going to church? Who came to you? What is it? Is it the message? Is it the vision? Is it someone who said, "Sai, let's go," and then found interest there? What happened?
Man, I don't know what happened. Remember earlier on I mentioned, I said that there was a time I thought I was going crazy, right? So the reason I decided to consider church, I think it was inspired by my mother. I used to have terrible nightmares. Then obviously I would tell her and say, "Ish, I'm having this and that. There's this other nightmare I won't mention. This one is too emotional."
Yeah.
It was very much sensitive to me. It even made me cry for a long time, this nightmare. Yeah. So I used to have terrible nightmares. Then I would communicate with my mother. I think I started to pay attention on this thing around 2014. Remember, I started going to church on 2015, early January. People were saying this and that. We'll come to them.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then after I spoke to my mother, she said, "I think you have to go to church." Oh man. And she told me, when she said that, it was like a strangest thing ever in my life. Man, like I started to visualize everything. I started to look the life of church people because I used to undermine them. To be honest with you, I used to undermine
People who go to church.
yeah, big time. Yeah, especially brothers wearing a sharp nose, blah blah.
Yeah.
You know those things.
Yeah.
I used to undermine them big time.
Used to undermine us.
Yeah, man. I used to undermine you. And it was a boring part. You remember back then while we were playing football and your mother, she would call you and say,
I
"Man,
must go to church.
it's Sunday."
Yeah.
And then, man. Oh, even
coming back, I thought you
man,
that time is hot, you can't play.
Just imagine. I mean, beside the fact that it's hot, we know we are used to the sun.
Yeah.
The fact, we are enjoying.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's calling you to church. Hey, I was like, yes, these church things. You understand? So I grew up with it. And then before that, I used to go to church, ZTC thing.
When we were young, before you started drinking.
But I was not interested, man. I stopped.
Yeah.
You understand? So then after I spoke to my mother, she suggested that I should go to church.
Yeah.
And I remember she went to this other man of God. And then the man of God, he came. A big shout out for him. At some point, he played a vital role in my life. You understand? I cannot deny the truth.
Yeah.
So then he started asking me, "What is it that you're going? What is it that is happening to you?" And then I explained everything. He said, "There's nothing."
Maybe I think for the benefit of the people, it would be fair to mention this guy because
Pastor Soli Mashaule.
Yeah, because people think
big shout
that
out to Pastor Soli
people
Mashaule.
are waiting for the downfall of pastors, and then they speak about the negative things.
Yeah. Yeah, but to be honest with you, big shout out for Pastor Soli, man. He has played a vital role in my life.
So this was in 2015.
Yeah, this was 2015, January. So then I started explaining everything that was going on. Then he was like, "Okay, Sai, there's nothing we can do. I think let's take these matters to God. God is the one who knows everything." You understand? But I want you to understand something. It's not like me now. I was in doubt with God. No, I grew up believing that there's God because visualizing everything, the mountains, the creation, and everything. Then I came to the understanding that I'm limited. There's no one who can create all these things. So then on its own, it has pushed me to believe that there's God. Okay, so I want you to understand this thing. Okay, and then Pastor Solin, then I explained everything. Yeah, and it was hard for me. The biggest decision ever in life. I'm thinking of my friends. I'm thinking the likes of Trevor, this and that. Oh man, like, it's gonna be difficult for me. I mean, how am I going to survive?
Yeah.
So then I have to be a brother. Man. Then after I explained everything, then after he left, okay, now I have to make the decision of my life. I'm thinking, man, just laying in bed, looking there, I'm on the top, on the roof, man, just like, can I consider this decision? Is it worth?
Yeah.
What's the benefit? Then I started to look everyone, the one people I know, like people who be like, hey, Sai, let's go and smoke, let's do this. Then I started to make some comparison. Then like I was hit by a certain headache, and I don't even know what to do until a final decision came to me. Say I'm going to church. It was not easy, and then again, big shout out to Apostle Ikil because I found him there, and then he welcomed me. Remember, we know each other. We used to play football together, but I found him there. And then he welcomed me.
He was not a good footballer.
Eh? Yeah, I find him there.
But he's a good pastor. He's a good apostle.
Yeah, he's a good apostle.
Bad footballer, good apostle.
Yeah, I love him so much.
Let's found this paper.
Yeah, we cool. We cool with the man of God. So I found him there, and then I remember on Thursday, who preach, I used to interpret. I don't know what is it that attracted him to make me an interpreter. Maybe
as early as we met. As early as we met.
maybe he realized, okay, some of the words I will be able to translate them to tongue. It's not like there was an anointing thing. No, I don't know what I lie. It was just he realized, no, I will be able to change a fortune to something like in a simple matter in our language. You understand? So yeah, it was like that at my. To be honest with you, it was not easy, man.
Yeah.
Because the first month, man, I was smoking, man.
Went to church smoking.
Yeah, I was smoking. I remember some of the guys I won't mention, man. So because some people are not willing to
Come out.
yeah, to come out. You understand? So or maybe to hear their names on media because they are not people of media, right? So man, it was something difficult. I remember this other Sunday I was coming from church. Then I went to this guy and then we started to smoke. And I'm feeling guilty. And now I'm born again, right? But I'm smoking. So what is all these things? And I don't have friends, man. What is it that I can do? I have to lock myself in. I mean at home, right? Yeah, it was like that. And people were talking. Things were said. Comments were said. Harsh ones. We know side, man. Sai is a chancer. You know, people, I don't know, people where do they get this thing that I'm a chancer?
And a lot of negative discussions behind the corner.
I know. If there's someone, let me be fair with everyone. If there's someone who thinks can move me with a weight, I think if there's a varsity for where they will train you to oppress people, you can attend that varsity for 20 years. You and then you come back and try to oppress me. You will never. Nothing that will oppress me at my. So when these harsh comments were coming, I remember this other guy said, "Oh, Sai, people are saying this and that." Because remember, it was funny. Okay, it's funny this one because the time I stopped smoking, weed was very scarce. People who were smoking by then, they will agree with this thing. I'm not talking about people who started smoking now and then they think they understand Bob Marley and all this thing. You understand? So it was scarce. You understand? I don't know what was happening. So people they thought, okay, the guy abstained smoking simply because weed is very scarce. But when weed is available, the proper weed will come back. Right? So they were making a lot of comments. Some they were saying whatever that you mentioned to say, he's looking for girls, this and that. But it was not that, man. Because I realized, okay, in a moment where I was lonely, where there was no one, then if there's God, let me try this God. You understand? Because I was thinking about God at some point. I remember on the 31st of 2014, I was thinking about God. I spoke to this guy. And I was like, "Ish, man, I feel like I have to go to church." So one ex of mine, she called me, man. She was like, Simon, I just want to talk to you. Are you comfortable to talk? I said, yeah. She said, I had a dream about you going to church. She laughed, man. She laughed at my like when she laughed, I said, why are you laughing after saying this? She was like, no, man, you're not a person of
Sound
church.
like you, yeah.
Not someone like you. You know, man, I was even offended. You understand? So she was not aware that what she's saying it's something that I'm thinking of. You understand? I'm thinking of going to church. I'm thinking of changing my life. I'm thinking of all these kind of things just to be in a safe position. Because I feel like that was my safe position. You understand? So yeah, that was it at the changing of me. Nobody came to me and said, no, yeah, maybe like you with started to make flames. Nah, man. It was not
Then
something like that.
a lot of people don't know that you did not start at Mount Zion. You started with
Yeah.
Pastor Soul. A lot of people don't know that story.
No, they are not aware of that
Thanks
story.
for sharing that story.
They are not aware. No,
what-
with that church, it came after Pastor Soul. That's why.
Yeah. So a lot of people were not aware of that. And
Oh, so people they think I'm.
you started there. So thanks for clarifying that to the people.
Mm.
And then another transition from one church to the other. Why? What happened?
Miraculous. That one I will answer in a short way.
Yeah.
Yeah, miracle life.
Oh.
That's it. I don't want to dwell much on that.
Okay.
I'm sure people are expecting to hear more on this one.
Yeah.
Nah, let's leave this one. Nothing, because one thing about me now, I don't have a problem with Pastor Soli. I don't have a problem with the founder of Mount Zion Church.
Yeah.
We're cool. We greet each other. So I have nothing like what people are saying.
You know what people are saying?
Have heard people saying stuff.
Directly to you? Or
Yeah, no, people are saying, no, Mina, I've left because of this and that. I was trying to do this and that, and I was trying to take over, those things. That's not true. Take it from my side. Yeah.
So you are cool with the men of God.
No, I'm cool with everyone.
can
In
always
fact,
go-
Mina.
When you are at home, are you going to go there?
Eh?
When you are let's say you go home, then are you going to attend?
Nah, I'm not. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. In fact, I don't have a problem with anyone in this life. If you have a problem with me, then you're confusing yourself. Because I feel that the biggest enemy is the devil. You understand? So yeah, that's it.
No, I think you are robbing us here.
What do you mean I'm robbing
I
you?
know that a lot of people were expecting that you're going to maybe take a jab at Supreme and things like that. But I'm glad that you have your own wisdom, you have your own reasons not to dwell much on that, because this is not about someone's church. This is about you.
It's about me.
It's
It's about my
you.
decision.
Yeah.
In fact, I made a decision to say, okay, I just want to do this. And
Yeah, even this episode is not
Yes, sir.
about Mount Zion or things like that. I know people
we're
will
dealing
be
with
waiting
we're
for
dealing
you
with
to-
things here.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for you to talk about that.
Yeah.
You can make check it right 10 minutes again. What you can we go on? 10 minutes,
Oh,
5,
it's fine. We can continue.
3 minutes, 5.
Now we can continue.
Okay. Okay, at least you have clarified so the three transitions from being a young person, being involved with some old brothers of ours, and then starting to smoke and drink, and going to church, moving from one church to the other. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
but with that one, I think it has helped me, you understand, to give other people opportunity or a chance. You understand? Because growing up with old people, and then obviously they allow you to speak. It's a privilege.
yeah,
So that is why Mina, if you can check now, people that I'm spending time with,
oh,
they're very young. You understand? So I've learned that. And then, Mina, I don't consider age. If we spend time together, if you make sense,
Yeah.
I consider you as a good guy.
Yeah.
If you speak tautology, I don't care.
yeah.
Even if you are 80s, if you speak tautology, I won't spend time with you. if your decisions, if your influence is very toxic, I mean, now I run away. I don't care who are you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to just to touch much about that.
Okay. You've been in the church. I cannot say that you're no longer at church because everything that you said it was. When you changed from smoking, and then you left drinking and things like you stopped drinking and things like that. Now, what is I'm not sure if I can say knowledge or wisdom that you obtained from church that gives you a reason not to go back to the life of Simon who used to drink and smoke a lot.
But I think I've answered that when I say I see nothing important on weed. I see nothing important on alcohol. So say for instance, I'm not saying people who are doing that, people should understand this. I'm not saying people who are doing that are useless. I'm saying personally, I see nothing important in there. You understand? So if I happen to say now I'm no longer interested into the things of God, I'm going to do this and that, I'm going back to my old ways, then I think that would be stupid of me. I don't need a coach for that. That would be stupid. That would be stupid of me. You understand? So one guy said to me, so he was trying to attack me. I used to work with this guy. I was like, no man, when you cannot say you you sure about this church of these church things of yours. It's just that you are in a certain level. If you can get money, you understand, a lot of money, you will change. I said, why should I change because of money? I don't think so. To be honest with you, it's not easy to convince me. And then once I make a decision, it's not easy, man, to change that decision. You can't, man. You can't just come from nowhere and try to convince me with which wisdom. No, man, come on. You think there's someone in that village who will convince me? Think twice.
A lot.
Think twice. With what?
No, they have to understand that.
With that stupid statement to say, nge dishishinwe every day. Ningashita shishinwe. Na nyama ningaita every day. Ani ningaipaka. Ni sweka. Ni grill. So that's it. So what do you mean? So you want to influence me to do something which I'm not interested with your statement? No, man. So, I think I'm cool with this thing. I'm cool with people who are smoking. I'm cool with people who are drinking. I don't have a problem with anyone. I've made my choice. You understand? There's a lot of stupid decisions people are making. We don't judge it. I don't want to dwell much into that. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
No, thanks for this opportunity. Not a lot of people who open up about their life.
Yeah.
The challenges that they come across. Even myself, I've not yet done.
No, it's easy.
And I
man.
understand that a lot
It's
of
easy
us have stories.
Because I think if you behave like I do, you don't care what people are saying. You can. You don't care. You know very well for sure that people are saying something behind your back.
Yeah.
You understand? You know there are people who don't think you can say this, you can do this, you can be like this. It's been there before. It's been there before. Like, we cannot argue. It's been there before. So if you wanna stress about people and what people are saying about you, hey, bruh, you will die so easy. So live your best. Live your life. Be yourself. Change yourself. Improve yourself. Every now and then. There's internet to improve yourself.
So this is the new side.
It's a new side, man. But the side has been like this, man. It's been fair, man. It's been a straight talker.
Yeah. So the reason I hosted you,
Yeah.
then we speak about yourself or your background, and the situations or the incidents that you came about growing up. It's because I want to introduce the new Simon Mabasa that people do not know. That they know your background. You've been there, you've done that, and now we're going to speak about a lot of topics, and a lot of people are going to be very surprised because I don't think they know the level of engagement that we have when we speak in private. I don't think a lot of people are aware that we are speaking. So it's Simon who is a writer. There's someone who is a public speaker. But there's
Yeah.
Simon who knows a lot about business. One day you shared this 7 P's of what?
Oh,
Yeah, things like that. These are the things that
yeah.
people not know that you have knowledge of, and they can be assisted from it. So I just want to say to the masses out there that we're going to speak about religion, church. You have read a lot about the Bible, you know a lot about religion. You have your strong views on lobola. You have your strong views on the system of education and a lot. So today was the background, so that when you come, then they know that we'll be speaking to the new Simon
But
Mabasa.
just to touch Lobola, you know Lobola it's unfair. Man.
I don't know.
You know Lobola it's
And I don't want
unfair.
us to start that. So I think we must
Yeah, I
have a
will
panel.
just leave it hanging. But you know, Lobola it's unfair.
No,
So it's unfair because people feel like everybody has to practice that,
mm.
and it's not written anywhere. But it just came as a law.
Let's take that as a tease. Tease them something.
Yeah,
Don't dwell much on it.
yeah. Just to touch again.
No.
Yeah, no. Let me touch it. People think Lobola is from the Bible,
Eh,
and then they think Lobola is biblical.
yeah.
There's no scripture that says a man should pay Lobola. I'm sorry for pastors. I'm sorry for those who preach the word of God. I'm sorry for those who think Lobola it's biblical. People always come with the scenario of Abraham and his son. When Abraham instructed his son, he instructed the servant that the servant should take the son to go and do this and that, and then there was an exchange of this. That was his wish. So you want to tell me if I don't have money, I should not have someone in my life. Life is very hard when you are alone. The only thing the Bible said that man, it's not good for a man to be alone.
Or even Home Affairs understands it very much, because when you go there to
You know,
sign
I have a
with your-
problem, with these law things
What?
because, because with the fact that it is not coming from here.
if you
Anyway,
go
another day's
to
topic.
Home Affairs,
Yeah.
and then you want to sign with your, they don't. Lobola is not a requirement for you to marry, which means they even
It's an agreement.
they even rule
So
it
love
out.
it's psychological
Yeah,
decision.
even Home Affairs, they understand. So I
Yeah.
agree with you there. So
Yeah.
this is a topic for another day. This is the new Simon that is going to be introduced in this platform. He also has his own YouTube channel, Endurance.
True that.
You can check it on YouTube. It's just that some of us are privileged to be on his contact list, so we get to see these quotes that he writes almost every day. But I'm trying to convince him to make them public. So maybe a book is coming, things like that. We're still dealing with copyright issues, and so there's a lot that is happening that Simon knows that Simon is doing. So
Yeah,
topics
and
are coming, and a lot
don't
of things.
forget to pray for me.
Yeah.
Prayer is important. Yeah, don't forget to pray for me.
Okay, thanks, Simon. Thanks
Yeah.
for affording me an opportunity to host you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.
Thank you.